Guys, hope everyone's good and okay. So just kind of wanted to do what happened, kind of wanted to talk about what happened at Lammas and my birthday and the grand sacrifice that occurred, and yeah, crazy. It's weird, whenever I tend to do rituals all night in the woods, especially with Sabbats, I have this moment where I think to myself, did that actually happen the next day? And it's literally this, the only way I can describe it is, when you go out on a night out and you get really, really drunk, but you have an awesome time, and you wake up in the morning and you kind of almost forget about the night that happened. Yeah, a bit like that. Although there was alcohol involved, birthday. There was a lot of alcohol involved, and I'm feeling the effects of it today. Feeling very, very rough. I actually feel like a train wreck. So yeah, I kind of wanted to do a little haul. I kind of wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I got for my birthday, and tell you some of the stuff I got for my birthday as well. So, yeah, just to kind of, I'll talk about what happened as well. So I'll talk about that first. So we got to the edge. I actually done, where is it? Can I find it? Yes, I can find it. Bear with me. Sorry, I actually done a spell beforehand for the weather. In terms of weather magic, it's it's a big thing. If you're going to do weather magic, you should try and get a couple of people together, because it's really hard to affect the weather. I always find it a very, very hard thing to do. So yeah, try and get quite a lot of people backing into it. I made up a sigil because basically I looked at the weather forecast and it said that it would be heavy showers, and I just I had this moment where I was like, no, this isn't happening. I wanted to go out to the woods. I wanted to sacrifice John Barleycorn. I had to, and so I just sort of thought, well, we'll go in a cave. There's a cave at Alderley Edge called the Devil's Arse Cave, and I thought, well, how appropriate, we'll just go in there. And got all the way down. I climbed all the way down, done a Laura Croft, climbing along like the massive boulders and rocks, and it was sealed off. The whole thing was completely sealed off, which was really, really annoying. So we kind of had to think fast a little bit, and actually found a grove, we found a cave, like another cave, very, very shallow, not that deep for a cave, however it was shelter, so we knew that if it would rain hardcore, we would, we'd be alright if worse come to the worst. And this was a sigil I made for rain, so yeah, this was something that I'd done, and carried it with me. And it was to stop the rain, it was to stop it falling heavy, basically. And it spit, literally, it spitted throughout the night. It spit and then stopped. And then half an hour later it would spit and then stop. And it would only rain for a couple of seconds and then stop. So I'm really, really impressed. I was like, yes! I didn't say anything during the whole night because I was like, no, you will absolutely you'll jinx it. I know what I'm like. So I kept my thoughts to myself, but it was good, it was okay. So yeah, that happened. We done the ritual. We done the ritual of sacrificing John Barleycorn, and yeah, it was what I thought it would be. I got quite emotional, sacrificing John Barleycorn as a representation of Jack in the Green, or the Green Man, or the Green George, ripping him apart and then putting him on the balefire and watching him burn away. Yeah, it was epic. It was very emotional, and then we made some offerings to the ancestors and the gods, as well as, gave our petitions to John Barleycorn to carry through to the spirit world. So yeah, it went really well. It was hilarious because basically I'm going to show you guys this. This is satin flying ointment. This was from Sarah Lawless, and she basically does her own flying ointments and stuff like that. You should check her out, she's cool. And so I was given this by a friend, so I used this during ritual, which went good. However, I also, because I'm a little relentless, stay there. I also came up with my own blend. I came up with my own blend of flying ointment, and we made this way before this. And this blend here is a lot. It's a lot more hardcore. It's very, very, very hardcore. It's very potent. However, the Sarah Lawless one, you know, it does work. It definitely can feel my heart beating faster, and I tend to zone out when I do have that. Though this stuff, I tend to see stuff, and it's very, very, very epic. So with this, I have to be careful. In particular, to any flying ointment, you need to be really careful. And I'm not advocating that anybody takes flying ointment at all. I'm not, because it is very, very powerful stuff. That's all the stuff just floating around in it. So yes, flying ointment will kill you and can kill you, so be careful. I'm not saying that people should do this, but yeah. So flying ointment was used last night, which was cool and epic, as well as after the ritual, of course. We had a little ritual tipple as well, but we got, oh god, like literally by the end of the night, people were throwing up. There were people in just heaps. I was just like, what is going on? But it was hilarious, you know. It was great, and it was mad. It was crazy. It was a very, very crazy night, and yeah, it was cool, and I really enjoyed it, and it was fun. So yeah, though I am feeling the effects today. So, just to show you a little haul, Josh got me a new phone, which is awesome, which I'm really happy about that. I really needed a new phone anyway, because I've got an iPhone 3, though I get a bit weird with phones, because I find, especially with smartphones, I find them quite socially limiting. A lot of the times I see this when I'm walking around town, and people just don't look at each other, or people will be on the phone whilst say if you're in your job and you're a shop assistant and you're serving them, they're like, yeah, blah, 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 and just completely ignoring you. And I find it so rude, I really do. And especially, and I noticed this because I'm quite young, but I don't feel like I'm I don't feel like I'm at the mindset where other young people are, because we'll be going for coffee and they'll be like, yeah, and you're like, ugh, it's really annoying. I find it really frustrating. But I did need a phone, so Josh is awesome for that and lovely, and I'm so thankful that I got it, because my phone's broke at the minute and it vibrates like all the time, and you'll call someone and it'll be going and it's, oh my god, it's so annoying. I want to hit it with a hammer, and I probably might. I actually might do that. Anyway, I also got this from one of my friends, which is a little sort of trinket box. So yeah, that's really beautiful. I find this very beautiful. I don't know what the hell's going to go in here, but I just think it's beautiful. I think it's really, really lovely. Could be a mini wish box. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is absolutely beautiful. It's bone as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I got that. I also got this. Dun dun dun. I'm gonna call this cauldron Big Bertha. But yeah, so I've always wanted a larger cauldron for ages, because I kind of have my wet farts excuse of a cauldron on my altar. So yes, really happy about this, and Josh got me this, and I'm so thankful. It's just going to be great for burning stuff in, and just generally maybe sort of brewing oils in, something like that. Incense, treading the mill around. I don't know, it depends. Spells, you know, if I'm going out and I want to leave candles burning, I can just stick it in there and it'll be absolutely fine. So yeah, awesome. And one of my friends, oh bless him, he's got his YouTube channel here called Tradwitch. He made this for me, though it broke the other day, but it is a hedgehog's foot. And don't worry, he hasn't killed it or anything like that. It was roadkill. Okay, sorry, my video camera's drunk. There we go. He hasn't killed it or anything like that. It was roadkill, so it's great that you can make use of it. But it's a hedgehog foot pendant, and it has water, earth, and air, and it represents hedge crossing, hedge crossing. And so, yeah, basically, I'm going to fix this, but I do love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm going to use it for crossing the hedge and just spirit communication, and just sort of travelling between the worlds. So yeah, I think I love it. I've got a weird thing in witchcraft for dead animal parts. The majority of stuff on my altar is dead. I make sure I don't, if I know something's been in pain, I'm not, or something's been purposely killed for that reason, I'm not going to do that. But if there's an accident and unfortunately a little animal gets injured or die, well, not injured, because I'm not going to be like, oh, you're injured, I'm just going to take that other foot off you. No, if they die, and accident, roadkill, or I find skulls in the woods and animal parts in the woods, they're dead, I'll take them, and kind of, it's recycling. So yeah, but I never ever kill anything for the purpose of witchcraft. I know people that do. I don't. I've got a bit of a love for animals. I really love animals. And I have this as well, what my friend got me, which is absolutely beautiful, which is going to be my black book. So yeah, I'm going to need to start that off at some point. But the book is just stunning. It's an absolutely gorgeous book. It looks like it's bound in skin. I love it. I really like this book. So, and I love the little padlock. So yeah. Josh also got me the Cunning Man's Handbook, which is basically a massive manual sort of thing, documentation of old cunning wise woman folk charms. So I may probably be spouting a lot of that on here. And he also got me a book called Between the Realms, which is basically all about the spirits of Cornwall, I believe, I hope, I don't know, but it's all about spirits, mermaids, stuff like that. So I love reading about, obviously I'm going to like reading about different spirits, but you get my drift. So yeah, very cool, had a very cool time, and that's it. But I thought I'd kind of do a little bit of a haul and kind of just tell you guys what happened, and it was just towards the end of the night, it was hilarious because people were actually just poisoned. People were throwing up. Some people were hallucinating, and going crazy. And yeah, it was very mad. And well, flying ointment, what a trip. But yes, it was a very good night. And the ointment was used, before anyone says anything, was used in ritual context. Don't worry about that. I'm not just going to, chuck it on willy-nilly. But yeah. So yeah, basically just wanted to show you guys that. I hope you all had a lovely Lammas. And again, people down under, a great imulk. And yeah, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Hopefully it's nice. Please, nice comments. Because can't be asked for bullshit, because I'll just take it off. But yeah, I love you guys and take care. Mwah.